Hey peeps, what's going on? Hey, it's Josh, and I am at the Jim Palmer terminal. And I'm yawning. Ow, my eye hurts. I'll explain the eye thing in a second. Now, technically, I am under a load, but it was not picked up at this terminal. Okay. So I can talk about being at the terminal without talking about the load. But I do have to talk about my last load. I picked up a load, and I did a stupid thing. And the reason I want to talk about it is so that, number one, I properly shame myself into not doing the stupid thing again. And also, I can't stop yawning. Excuse me. And also, if I can prevent one of you guys from doing it. So, Maggie got to meet Ellie here, and she was so excited, and I got to see Ellie again and hang out for a bit, and Ellie actually ended up taking the clusterfuck of a load off of my hands, and I took a different load that she was going to get, but now I have. So, I went to this location, and I checked in, and they were just the most disagreeable shipper ever. They weren't helpful, they weren't kind, it was just, you just could tell they don't care about the drivers or the job that we do. Not that I expect them to shine my boots for me. However, telling me an idea of where to find the trailer might be nice. Don't scream at me because I don't have my vest on every moment that I'm at the location. Ask me to put my vest on. Because I didn't see any signs that said put your vest on, and this one security guard just yelled at me, and I was just like, most of the places I go, that doesn't matter. I know it's a thing to do, but when you're in the flow of the routine, sometimes you forget. So yeah, it's good to wear your vest, but I obviously forgot. And yeah, so I dropped my trailer. I can't find the new one. I have to go back to the guard station. I'm like, I can't find the new trailer. And I literally went up, and then I came down, and I went up the other side, and it was right by the guard station. So I was getting flustered not being able to find it, and I went right past it. So finally I find it, and I'm like trying to get my ducks in a row before I come around and block traffic when I'm hooking to the trailer. And another guard comes out and yells at me, "You can't park here." And I'm like, I'm not parked. I'm trying to make sure everything's ready, for me to go over and hook, because I can't just hook and pull away. So, would you like me to block all of the traffic going into the other part of your plant, or would you like me to sit here out of the way for a minute or two and do what I need to do? They were just very naggy and very, harsh and kind of I don't know, just not a good feeling. And, so I try to hook to the trailer, and I can't hook to it because the trailer is up too high. And so I try to go back and lower it a little, and I backed the truck under so that if for some reason the landing gear gave out, the frame of my truck would catch the trailer and we wouldn't lose the load, hopefully. The landing gear was jammed because a lot of times when yard dogs, and this is not a yard dog's fault, it's just the nature of the beast that they're in such a rush and they're supposed to get things done quick. Speedy gonna back them up. They're supposed to get it done really fast, and there's a lot of pressure on them. And so when they back, a lot of times they will scrape the landing gear, which puts pressure on it at an angle, and it makes it really hard for you to lower the landing gear unless the pressure's off of it. but I couldn't get the pressure off of it because it was up too high. You feel me? So, I pulled out all my stops. Again, if you fidget with the crank handle, like, sometimes that works. Soapy water sometimes helps if you spray it up under the edge of the, like, there's a part that's like this, and then the landing gear goes up into it. Sometimes spraying some soapy water up in there helps. So I did that. Sometimes smacking each side with a rubber mallet helps. So I tried that. Sometimes smacking the handle to get it to push all the way in helps. None of it worked. And so finally I'm pushing and I'm like, it's just gotta be brute strength. Like, I just have to push. So I pushed and it gave out. And then it caught and I had let go because I was like exhausted. Like, I was like, I've been fighting with this for like 20-30 minutes. This is ridiculous. And so I let go and it comes up and it smacks me in the face. And it knocked my glasses off. It actually scratched my glasses. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. It may not focus because it's still focused on me. Let's see. Anyway, it scratched my glasses. It knocked them off my face, and the handle like came up and smacked like right here. So I got my temple, it got here, my right here, and right up here. And now, I'm a baby when I'm sick, but I am not typically a baby when I get hurt. When I tell you I instantly started crying because this hurt so bad, I literally thought I broke something in my face. If it had hit my nose would have been broken. But it's not all that hard to break a nose. But I literally thought, like, I instantly got a headache. I instantly got nauseous. It was terrible. And what's even worse is there were 2 yard dogs sitting, like, right across the way that were watching and saw this happen. And I was so angry that I let that happen that I was, like, crying because it hurt, and I was crying because I was angry. And so it was a combination. And so they come over finally, and they're like, I'll lift it up and then take the pressure off of it because they saw me get hurt. And he was like, are you alright? And I'm just like, my face was instantly like red. And I'm shocked it's not black and blue, but I'm glad that it's not. But I'm very surprised. But, yeah, so, I mean, basically, like, it was obnoxious. It was truly obnoxious. And really irritating that happened. And at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I shouldn't have my face in the way. And I was doing things appropriately, but in order for me to move it, I had to, like, really lean into it. And it still didn't work. But when it snapped back, it had all that torque. So it, like, really smacked the side of my face good. So, I get all that done, and then, the guards are like, you gotta get off the lot. You can't be here. You gotta go. Like, go. And I was like, I need to do the things that I need to do, but at the same time, I'm a newer driver, so having someone yell at me that I need to go or whatever, that, like, all of the things that they were checking me for was just all a lot. And by the end of it, I was just pissed at them. I was like, will y'all just shut the fuck up and let me do what I need to do? I'm tired of, don't yell, if you come and yell at me for one more fucking thing, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. I swear. So, it was really an antagonizing environment, which is fine. I'm a trucker. I'm not, like, expecting them to hold my hand. But at the same time, I feel like they were rushing me for a reason. Because one thing that I always do is when I go around the trailer, I take a picture of what the temperature's set at. There was condensation behind the temperature. I was like, I can't read this. You need to tell me, like, I want this noted. I can't read this. Because I couldn't read what the IntelliSet was. And I couldn't read the number. I knew it was 20-something, but I couldn't read it. And, so he came out and he acted like it was no big deal. And he was like, you need to go. And I was like, I need to check the trailer. Like, I need to do what I need to do. So, and I filled out a piece of paperwork that there were 2 seals on the trailer, and I've never had that before. So, I filled out the paperwork, and I directly off of the seals that were on the truck, I took a picture of each one, and I wrote that down on the paperwork, which actually helped me. Because when I got the bills, I did not do what I normally do when I sit in this very spot and I do my loaded call. My loaded call. I normally match up on the picture of my phone. My nails are dirty, sorry. It's because I've been pugging on the truck and stuff, and I need to wash my hands. I normally match up my pictures in my phone with what the bills say, and I did not do that on this load, and it bit me right in the butt. Oh, I thought there was someone coming to talk to me. I'm like, what's up? He's just coming to the truck next to me. And it bit me in the butt because the bills did not match the seals that they put on the truck, on the trailer. So, I got here because I went right off of the bills and I didn't double check like I normally do because I'm stupid sometimes. But you know what? I might make mistakes, but I'm not going to make this one again. Because I'm normally so careful with that. But because all of the circumstances, I let circumstances get in the way from me sticking to my routine and me doing what I know I need to do. And so, I did not do what I needed to do. And that cost me problems with dispatch. That could have gotten me put back on a trainer's truck. That could have gotten me written up or fired. Because if this load had gotten rejected, that could be my job. That's thousands of dollars of merchandise. And I won't say what kind because the load's still active, so yeah. But I could have been in serious trouble, and I'm very fortunate that I wasn't. And my dispatcher and fleet manager are probably still going to have an uncomfortable conversation with me about why I didn't do what I know to do. And it's hard because the one gentleman that I speak to, he's big on don't make excuses. And in my mind, I try to give reasons for why I failed. So that, because if I identify why I failed, I can prevent it from happening again. But if I don't examine that, then I'm probably still going to fuck up. So I'm not making excuses. I'm understanding the reasons that contributed to me not doing, because it's not laziness. I jump in and out of this truck as many times as I need to. I pre-trip like a beast. Like, I'm careful. Typically, I'm very careful. And I said this with my trainer. I'm like, I'm generally awesome with moments of stupidity. And it's true. That was a moment of stupidity. That could have saved me hours of problems, saved Ellie hours of problems. She didn't get proper sleep because dispatch had to keep calling her because I'm an idiot and I fucked up. And that's not a good feeling. So, make sure whenever you're working with a load and you accept a load that paperwork has the seal number on it. And if it doesn't have a seal and you're a Palmer driver, you best be putting one of our prime blue seals. You best be doing that, home skillet, because if not, you do not carry a load without a seal. And that seal, if it's not already on the bill of lading, you need to write it there on each page. And I know it sounds excessive, but it's not worth your job. Saving 30 seconds, oh, I don't want to write it on every page. It's not worth your job, bruh. It's not. So, don't make the mistake that I made because I was an idiot. And I cost Ellie effort and time and comfort because now she has to drive and I have to drive and we didn't get proper rest. And that's not good. It's not good because she kept getting woken up and that was my fault. She's dealing with a situation that was caused because I didn't do something I was supposed to do. And there's nothing for me to do but be accountable and make sure it doesn't happen again. That's all I can do. And apologize, which I did. But apologies don't get her anything. An apology doesn't get her rest. So, It's with a heavy heart that I say that I completely messed up, and I'm lucky that sales was able to fix it. And, yeah. So I want to talk about that briefly. I'm going to be sticking near Missoula until the 8th, which is when I go for my weigh-in. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. As for... I'm going to put you right there and hope that that stays. As for my diet for the next several days, it's going to be these... I guess it's a protein shake. I really don't know what to call it. But it's basically like a soy vegan shake. And I think it's funny that it's called a shake and you gotta shake it. But this is... Last night Maggie and I had a meal at Taco Bell, which was quite nice. And I don't regret it. I got to see Marvin and Pete. We did not make a video because, to be honest, I was so busy enjoying their company that I didn't think about pulling out the camera. And Maggie was talking about it. She's like, we gotta make a video. And I was just like, okay. But then I didn't think about it. So I am sorry for that. Because, yeah. I'm sure you guys would have loved to see that. But don't worry. You're going to see plenty of her and the boys when they get on the truck. So, yeah. But I'm going to get rolling. I have to go. And I'm going to take my 30-minute break at a... I have 469 miles. I'm going to take my 30-minute break at a Walmart because I have to go in and get money and do all of the things. And, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to get rolling, and, as we speak, I need to...
Home. Messaging. You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
I already did my pre-trip, but I need to log my pre-trip. Yeah, because I'm not going to need fuel. Okay. We're on duty. We're logging our pre-trip. And, yeah, guys, I'll keep you posted on what goes on. This load should be interesting. I'll be able to talk about it a little bit after I'm done with it. But, yeah. We've got a lot of miles to go. So it's going to be like 8, 9, just a little over 9 hours we're going to drive today. And then we're going to... and then we're going to park at the first receiver, and, well, we hope we're gonna. I can't reach them because they're not open on the weekends, and it's Saturday, so we're hoping we're going to park there, and, we're hoping, because there's no truck stops near there, so we're hoping. And if not, I can always curbside it, but, yikes. I'd really rather not. I'd really rather park at the receiver and just hopefully they have a lot. And hopefully I can park there. But nobody answered when I called them because they're not open. So anyway, guys, I hope that you're well. I hope that you're having an awesome Saturday. I hope that you're near your loved ones and you can give them a hug and tell them why you love them. I got to hug Maggie last night. And I even got to sleep with her and the boys for a couple of hours. So that was cool. That was beyond cool. That was amazing. They are my everything. So, alright guys. Much love. Peep out.